And welcome back to the channel, everybody here. Welcome back to Lucas Johnson and this MLB Show 22 Custom League. And to start this episode here, we are starting off with this full game between a couple of teams that are going in opposite directions this season. The Las Vegas Gamblers and the Los Angeles Dragons. Gamblers 30-45, the Dragons 44-32. Los Angeles, right now, one of the better teams in baseball, 12 games over 500. Meanwhile, 15 games below 500 for Las Vegas. And on the mound is Mike Soroka for the Dragons. A 4.62 ERA for him in 15 starts. Giving up 93 hits, on 1.22 whip, and 71 strikeouts. Not amazing numbers for Mike Soroka. One of the guys that's struggling in this starting rotation. But the Dragons, 44-32, one of the best records right now in the American League. This team, I think, is very strong. A lot of young talent on this roster. And, last year they were basically a 500 team, but this year they've taken the necessary steps to become a contender. And they're going to be probably a playoff favorite here in this season. And for the Gamblers, you got Starling Marte, Tommy Edman, Jorge Soler, Fremont Reyes, Carlos Santana, Rhys Hoskins, Mike Ford down there as well. Tommy Edman batting .232 with a .667 OPS. He's actually fourth in the voting for All-Star, the All-Star voting. I don't think he's going to become an All-Star. But you saw what the averages were for Las Vegas. They're not good. This is a great play here, though, and they get him at first base. Nice play. That's Josh Jung there at third base, and he comes in on the bunt attempt by Edman and picks it up barehand, throws it across the diamond. That was a fantastic throw by Josh right there, and they just get him out by a step. But yeah, you saw the averages there for Las Vegas. This team is one of the worst in terms of getting on base in the majors, and their average is so incredibly low. I don't know what their team average is, but Troy Soler batting under 200 right now. The 16 home runs, 42 RBIs, 16 homers leads the team, and actually the OPS isn't too bad considering his home run rate right now, as that changeup was in a very dangerous location and Soler's sweet spot, and he nearly crushed it for a homer. But now the count is 1-2, and they get him to swing and miss at a slider on the outside corner. Well, actually outside of the strike zone completely. And that'll end the top of the first. So we go to the bottom half, and here's Corbin Burns. Won the Cy Young last year. He's a Cy Young candidate right now again. A 2.1 ERA in 102 innings, a 1.07 whip, 91 strikeouts. Incredible numbers for him. And here's Michael Brantley. Really struggled in May. Only batted 198 in May. Batting .251 overall coming into this game as the Dragons leadoff hitter. And, for Las Vegas, it's just their offense is really struggling right now. They're 30-45 this year. And besides Corbin Burns, this pitching staff isn't great, and the bullpen is just okay. So, this team is definitely kind of rebuilding mode. They're even a little worse than they were even last year at this point. But here's a look at the Dragons lineup. You got Brantley leading it off. Garrett Cooper batting .313. Corey Seager, Jose Altuve, Joey Gallo, Anthony Santander, Josh Jung, Michael Busch, and Corey Lee, who's 10 of 36 in his last few games. But here's Corey Seager, .243 average, 10 homers for him on the season. And he is going to swing and miss right through a cutter on the inside corner for strike 3. But, for the Dragons, no hits in that first inning for either team. Here's Carlos Santana batting .249, a .763 OPS. Actually one of the better hitters on this Las Vegas team this year so far. He nearly gets hit by that slider. But, for Los Angeles, I like where their roster is at. It's a younger roster. And there's some veteran presences there, like Michael Brantley, and Jose Altuve, some veteran guys. But some younger guys as well that are really just starting to develop on this team. And their offense is pretty well balanced. Some guys that can get on base for you, some guys with a lot of power, and including Joey Gallo's got a ton of power. And that was a bad swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt by Rhys Hoskins right here. Yeah, pretty bad pitch to swing out there as way in the dirt, and that's out number 2 in the inning. And here's Brian Hayes, only batting .208, so far this year. He flies it deep into left field. It's caught out there in left. That's Michael Brantley out there in the outfield making that grab to end the inning. Here's Jose Altuve, only a 232 average against lefties, 289 average against righties, 274 average overall. He's having a pretty decent season this year, and he's going to get a base hit here into right field. The first hit of the game for either team, I believe. Yeah, first hit for either team. And now, here is Joey Gallo. Only 237 average, but making up for it in the power department. 817 OPS, 20 home runs, and 56 RBIs. And those are numbers before the All-Star break. We're about a couple of weeks away from the All-Star break at this point in the season here. And he's going to swing, drive this one into left field. Line drive down the line, and it's fair and gone. Joey Gallo leaves the yard. 21st homer of the year. A line drive shot, and the Dragons go up 2-0 here in the second inning. Well, this team traded for Joey last season at the deadline, and Gallo has been absolutely showing up this year. First full season with him on the roster, and he has been awesome for them. So here's Josh Jung up at the plate now. He's got a 705 OPS, 247 batting average. He swings and misses at that pretty ugly slider down there in the bottom of the zone. And now he's going to swing and miss at a cutter at his knees. Really good pitch by Corbin Burns, and he comes back well after giving up that home run. So here's Michael Busch. 321 average for him, nearly at a 900 OPS. 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. He's not, he's starting now, but he kind of wasn't really starting at the beginning of the year. He's had a little bit less plate appearances, but my goodness, in his time in the majors and his time in the lineup, he has been absolutely incredible. So I want to make him a starter full-time for sure going forward on this season. And both Josh Jung, and Michael Busch, 24, 25 years old, really young, developing players. And so is Corey Lee. And this season is not nearly as good as his season was last year so far. Only 702 OPS right now. Here's a 1-2. He's going to take this cutter by Burns and hit it really well, deep to right, to left center, and it's gone. Second 2-run homer in the inning for the Dragons. Only the 4th homer for Corey Lee this season, but that was a blast. 411 feet to left center, and it's 4-0 Los Angeles. Wow, that cutter in the dangerous location by Burns. Not a good pitch right there for him, and that was a no-doubter. Wow, halfway up the rows and halfway up the seats out there in left center field. And that's a strike on the corner to Michael Brantley there for strike 3 to end the frame. But 3 hits, including 2 long balls in the second inning for the Dragons, and they take a 4-0 lead after 2 in this one. So we're in the top of the third. 2 down in the inning already. Tommy Edman looking at a changeup for the 3rd strike of the inning. And that is the 3rd strike of that at-bat and the 3rd out of that inning there. As working around a hit in that frame is Soroka, but he comes through it and he gets out of the inning there. And that's a swing and a miss for Corey Seager. Strike 3 for him, and I believe that's strikeout number 5 already for Corbin Burns. Who, obviously this start is not going to be an amazing one because of his last inning that he just pitched in, but at least we can recover a little bit here. That's a pop-up by Jose Altuve. Carlos Santana running in foul territory, making that catch to end the bottom of the 3rd. So we're moving on to the 4th inning already. Here's Franmil Reyes, and he's going to foul a fastball. That was a good pitch. Franmil should have crushed that one. Now the count is full, and he's going to get him. Swing and a miss, a high slider, maybe not the most ideal strikeout pitch, but it works. And out number 2 in the 4th. I believe 4th or 5th strikeout for Mike Soroka here so far. So now at 0-2, and a 50th pitch of the game to Santana. It's a ground ball right into the shifted infield there. Altuve playing deep at second base and makes the play to win the top of the 4th. So moving along here now in the bottom of the inning. Starting it off is Joey Gallo. Had a home run last time he was at the plate. And a 3-2 pitch to him from Burns is another fly ball into deep left field. And this one's got a chance, and that one is gone. Joey Gallo again. Second home run in his last couple of at-bats. He extends the lead even further. 22nd of the year. And it's now 5-0 here in Los Angeles. 3 runs for Gallo in this game so far. And I mean, his power is seriously off the charts. 22 of them here before we hit the All-Star break is really impressive. Going to be showing up in that home run derby probably here in a couple of weeks. But wow, now 5-0 here, and this game is quickly kind of getting out of hand. That's another strikeout for Corbin Burns, who at least is, he's recovering well from giving up the home runs. But 5-0 already here with how Mike Soroka is pitching in this game. Doesn't look too good for you. Corbin Burns is just striking everybody else out, though. It's already his 7th or 8th K of the game, I believe. And now he gets Corey Lee up again. Reached his average all the way to 243 with that one swing right there. As he hit that 2-run home run last time up. And he's now going to deposit that into left field, or into right field, actually. And it's nearly caught by the right field. And he's going to get all the way up to second base. So nearly an incredible play by the right fielder. But instead, it bounces off his glove, and Corey Lee gets a double, his 11th double of the year. And I don't remember who that outfielder is. That might actually be Framil Reyes out there in right field for this team, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's gonna kick out Corbin Burns from this game and bring on Joe Romero, who's pitched 59.2 innings and hasn't pitched very well. 4.98 ERA, a 2.99 average against righties is not very good. 283 against lefties isn't much better. But he's got 2 men on here, 2 men out, and a little half swing right here from the batter, and that is going to be an out. And that is going to be the end of the inning there. So at least Romero does not allow any more damage to happen. But Joey Gallo, once again, big-time swing, big-time power showing up, and it's 5-0 already. Clean at top of the 5th for Soroka. We go to the bottom half of the inning now, and that's the swing and a miss of Corey. Or no, it's not Corey, that's Garrett Cooper there, swinging through that pitch. Now one down in the inning. Here's Corey Seager looking silly, foolish right there on his slider outside of the zone. I don't know why he swung so early at that pitch. Another count, 1-2. And look at this from Joe Romero. 3 strikeouts for him. Here immediately out of the bullpen. Or a couple of strikeouts, actually. He didn't strike out anybody in the last inning. But a couple of strikeouts here against kind of the heart of this order, making Corey Seager look a little silly there. And that had a bad swinging weight on that pitch. So here's Jose Altuve now. And that's a 2-seam fastball. Swung and driven in the gap. And racing over is the center fielder. That's Starling Marte. And he makes the catch right in front of the wall. Really good catch right there by Marte, actually. So that'll end the bottom half of the 5th. Now we're in the top of the 6th. Starling Marte is at the plate now, and he's going to ground it over to third base. Tailor-made double play to get the 2 outs in the 6th inning and wipe away that base hit for Las Vegas. So 2 down in the inning for Tommy Edman. 0 for 2 tonight. He's going to fly this one into right field. Anthony Santander making the catch. And that's the end of the 6th inning, or end the top half of the 6th inning. And this game is just really slowly slipping by for the Las Vegas Gamblers. They really are in trouble here, down 5-0 with only 12 more outs left to go. So Joey Gallo obviously coming out of the plate. He's done a lot of damage today. Caleb Theobar is coming out of the bullpen for the Gamblers here. Only 14 innings so far in this season. A 3.21 ERA from him so far. He's got a full count to Joey Gallo here, and he is going to get his swing and a miss. As I mean, kind of all or nothing type of hitter is Joey Gallo, and he gets that strikeout. So a clean top bottom of the 6th inning for Theobar brings us to the top of the 7th, and Corey Seager here is going to get that ground ball and throw out Jorge Soler at first base, and that is going to actually bring out, they're going to talk to the manager here, and it looks like we might have a rain delay. It looks like we will. I mean, it's been raining the entire time that we've been playing this game, and so that unfortunately is going to cut Michael Soroka's start short, even though he was pitching amazing. And it's going to bring out JT Soroka, 4.1 ERA in 24 innings for him this year here, coming out with 1-2 out in the 7th inning. And Carlos Santana, what are you swinging at, man? That was almost at your feet right there. So Soroka does get through the 7th inning. It would have been nice for Soroka to finish 7 innings. He probably would have even been able to pitch the 8th as well. But now we're in the top half of the 8th, and that's a sinker on the corner to Josh Rojas for strike 3. I'd say Soroka is doing his job right now out of the bullpen. Here's Harry Ford, 0 for 1 on the day so far, and he's now got a 3-0 count on him here. Soroka made it back in the strike zone on that 3-0, and now it's a 3-1 to Harry Ford. Here the rookie is going to ground it over to Altuve, and Altuve can't get it, actually. It was underneath his glove. I thought that was going to be an out for sure, but there is 2 men on now. The lineup flips over to Starling Marte, who is going to fly this one into right field, and that one is down. Santander picks it up, but around third comes a run, and they're going to score off of that base hit. So Las Vegas, not totally dead yet. Starling Marte gets an RBI base hit, and it's 5-1. Good swing right there by Marte, and puts it in a good location out there in the outfield. As now 1-2 to Tommy Edman. I mean, you get a couple of runs here, maybe you have a chance. That's a fly ball to Joey Gallo. It's fairly deep, but Gallo has it in his tracks and makes that catch. So we'll end the top of the 8th inning. And a big run for Las Vegas, but still down by 4. It's still a pretty big task here to overcome. But they're not bringing out their closer. At least that's, the good thing for, you can score off of Michael Gibbons. Over 6 ERA for him this year. A 3.75 average against lefties. That's pretty terrible. I don't know if he's facing any lefties here with the 6, 8, 7, and 8 hitters coming up. But unfortunately, it is the bottom of your order here. 2 out. Man on first base. Rhys Hoskins, the last chance. Doss out now, and he's going to fly this one to center field. And Joey Gallo looks like he's underneath it. He is. Makes the catch, and that is going to end the ball game. Las Vegas didn't really put up much of a fight there in the 9th inning, and they fall in this one pretty easily, 5-1. So a good, complete win, a complete team victory for the Dragons in this one. Offense produced often and early in this game, and then their pitching was just fantastic. Held on the rest of the way, and that's a 5-1 victory. Win at number 45 this year for the Dragons, and meanwhile it's loss number 46 for the Gamblers this season. So 45 and 32, that's 13 games above 500 now for the Dragons here. And they didn't have a lot of hits, they only had 6 of them, but they made the most out of a lot of their hits here. Joey Gallo had a great day at the plate today, and for Las Vegas, really only 5 hits total, and half of them almost belong to Marte, who had a couple of hits and had the only RBI of this game. But he's got the highest batting average at 264, but nobody else. You got a couple of guys that are batting right at 200, a guy batting under 200, and so there. This batting lineup here is just really not good. You're just really struggling there to find anybody that can have a high average, get on base for you consistently this year for Las Vegas. And Corbin Burns really struggled in this one. 5 runs, 5 hits, a couple of walks, 6 strikeouts for him in 3.2 innings. The bullpen did come in and pitch really well, though, actually. Romero, 1.1 scoreless innings. Theodore, 2 scoreless innings. And Phil Maton pitched a scoreless inning as well in the 9th. But, yeah, Corbin Burns gets a loss. And, despite a 2.45 ERA, he's got 11 losses on the season because he's probably not getting any offensive help. And for Los Angeles, a little bit more successful for them. Their top 3 hitters didn't do anything in this game at all. But Jose Altuve had a hit. Joey Gallo, 3 of them, including a couple of home runs. He's got 22 of them now in the season, 59 RBIs on the year. Anthony Santander didn't do anything. It really was just Gallo and Bush here. They got 5 of the 6 hits in this game for Los Angeles. Corey Lee got a double and a home run as well on this one. Mike Soroka, great game for him. Would have liked to have him pitch more, but obviously the rain delay prevented that. 6.1 innings, only allowed 1 hit and 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, only 3 base runners, lowered that ERA down to 4.3. Chargois gave up a run in his outing, and Michael Givens pitched a scoreless inning. So that was a pretty quick game. We got through that one quickly. Not a lot of drama there between those two teams. 22 days before the All-Star week here, and we're showcasing the Millers. And we're going to hop into a critical situation here in the bottom of the ninth. Big trying to close the door on this one between Minneapolis and Indianapolis. And the Millers this year, 35-41. So 6 games below 500. The arrow is basically at 500. They're a little bit above that right now. But a 4-3 game in the bottom of the ninth. And the Millers trying to hang on here. And that's Cedric Mullins leading off the inning. And he swings and misses at that off-speed pitch for strike 3. That was a beautiful pitch by Blake Trinan, honestly. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Baty Gregorius, who's batting .301 so far this season. He's actually been hitting the ball really, really well. And he is coming up here, 2-2 count to him. And that's a ground ball. It's over to shortstop. Fernando's up with it. Good throw. And it had to kind of do it quick. Baty Gregorius pretty fast. And he makes the play. Jeremy Ironman being called up for the Rhinos there, as you see, the 75th prospect in the majors, their 4th prospect on their team. That's a good little update there in the bottom. But now there's 2 outs in the inning, and Mozilla Ozuna was down to the last out here, but that's a hit by pitch for Blake Trinan, so now the Arrows have some life. Josh Donaldson is up, and Donaldson only batting .208 and below 700 OPS for him this year. But an 0-1, it's a ground ball over to shortstop, and Fernando is going to go the short way to second base, and going to get the outs. Good play by Tatis, and that's the end of the game here. The Millers hold on. Blake Trinan closes the door to get the save, and 36 wins now for the Millers, who, you know, they're a team that I think has a good roster. We'll have to see. They're going to have a pretty decent, end to the first half and a good second half of their season here to make a run at the playoffs. They are in the division. It looks like right now the control of the division is firmly with the Monarchs, but it doesn't mean that Minneapolis, these two teams might have to battle it out to see if either one of them can make the playoffs. But, for Minneapolis, you got to lose Arias, who is batting .289. He's hitting the ball really well. Fernando's hitting the ball well. Gavin Seeds has been awesome this year. 32 RBIs for him. He hit a home run. Chris Bryant has been awesome as well this year. So some of those hitters for them have been hitting the ball really well. And their pitching is not amazing. It's not been too terrible, though. German Marquez gave up 10 runs in this game, though, but only gave up 3 runs somehow. And Sixto Sanchez gets the win. A 3.88 ERA is pretty good. That's a lot better than last year for him. But Blake Trinan has a 4.7 ERA though, 20th save of the year. I do obviously want that ERA to go down a lot. And you see for Indianapolis here, you got only 2 guys that didn't get a hit, and that was Marcell Ozuna and Josh Donaldson. But Hayes 2 for 3. He's batting .367 right now this year. Mullins was 3 for 5 in this one. But Guerrero got a home run, his 19th of the year. Donaldson got an RBI, so did Baty Gregorius for this team here. Gregorius had a triple as well in this one. Zach Eflin pitched pretty well. 6 innings, 2 hits, only 2 runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. The bullpen, though, kind of struggled in this one for Indianapolis. Baez and Wood gave up a run. Both of those guys have been pitching pretty well, and Josh Wood has certainly been pitching really well this year, that ERA below 2. But now, another critical situation. Here, as we hop into this one, Seattle and San Francisco. Both teams basically the same identical records here, with San Francisco being a couple games above 500, Seattle one game above 500 here. And this is a pretty difficult situation for Tim Mayza. He's got second and third, and nobody out, with no more Mazzara at the plate here, looking to win the game. That's what he can do if he gets a base hit right here. A 2-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball up the middle. And that's what he does. He's got a base hit. Tie game. And around third. Scoring is the runner. The game is over. And Omar Marzara comes through with an RBI base hit. The Spiders win this one. And they're improved 3 games above 500 for them on the season now. And exactly what you want to see. Exactly what the Spiders needed in that situation. A base hit up the middle. And Marzara delivers. So that was a really quick, critical situation right there. And a quick walk-off scenario that we just saw. As back to 500 goes the Raptors here on this season. And the Spiders, I don't know how long this series was, but they swept them here. They won at least, 2 or 3 games that they played against this team here in the series that they had. But not a lot of offense for either side here. A lot of good pitching in this one, but San Francisco coming up with a clutch hit right when they needed to. And Jared Walsh there had a home run in this game. And a solo shot for him, apparently. And Juan Soto had a couple of hits and an RBI. Only batting .232 right now this year. He's got 32 RBIs. I think he's hitting the ball decently. Just not the average has not really been there for him so far this year. But Urshela 19th double. Bogarts with his 14th double. And excuse me. Oh, sorry for the voice crack there. Caleb Killian, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. A good start for him. That ERA down to 3.7. 7 Hector Neris, a inning of relief to Mesa, though, blowing the game and not even getting it out. So San Francisco, not a lot of offense here, only 7 hits, but you got Tyler O'Neill, who had 2 of them, and he had a walk, or had a couple of walks, actually, 2 for 2 with an RBI in this game. Riley Rutschman, 2 for 4, batting .256 this year. I know Marzara, 2 for 4, a couple of RBIs, batting .282, good numbers for him. Kirk Casale batting .299, has been hitting well. And, San Francisco, they're basically a 500 team right now. They're not anything super special at the moment, but I do like how they're playing. It's definitely, an increase from last year. Last year, they were not really in the mix, and they're definitely in the mix for this division race right now. Nobody really separating themselves in that department. But Gunnar Hoagland, really good numbers for him in this game. He does have a 5.11 ERA so far this season, with 6 really good innings, and Ryan Pepio, 3 good innings as well. So we go back to the calendar. We simulating here, and Will Smith just to sustain a monster injury, torn MCL, and he is done for the rest of the season, out for over 6 months. And that is obviously a monster blow for the Montreal Expos. They need him. He's their starting catcher, and he just got hurt. And that's a huge blow to the offense here for the Expos. That's already kind of not that great, and already needs a boost. But that is a huge injury right there. And going into catching duties now is going to be Cam Gallagher, who has been good so far, but really limited sample size, only 54 at bat so far. But I do think Cam Gallagher is going to be a downgrade overall over what Will Smith was doing. Will Smith wasn't really hitting the ball like crazy well for this team this year, but at least he's going to be probably more consistent than Cam Gallagher will be. Andy Pages, by the way, +5, +6, some really good increases for him so far in his rookie season. He's been hitting the ball fairly decently for this team. I do like where those numbers are at for sure a little bit here. But yeah, looking at Will Smith, this season has not been very good. It wasn't good for him. A potential decrease now. He's down to a B potential player, and you can see why. He's just not having amazing offense and had a 666 OPS this season. Really, really struggling offensively. I don't get it. I don't know why, because his stats are really good. He's one of the best offensive catchers ratings-wise in this whole game, but for some reason he just does not. He just hasn't hit very well in the couple of seasons that we've had, and definitely struggling this year offensively. But here we go, hopping into another critical situation here in this one. New Orleans and Toronto. And that's a swing and a drive here immediately. And that is going to be a ground... Oh, no, off the wall here. A double extra base hit and a tie game. Actually now going to third base and getting there standing up. He is the batter. Because Mauricio Dubon with an RBI triple. That's his first triple of the whole year. And we are knotted at 4. Huge swing right there by Dubon. And, you know, the Jazz here, I think they were 39, 40, and 46 was their record going into this game. Meanwhile, you know, Toronto had a good start to their season. They're kind of coming back to earth a little bit. They're only 5 games above 500 now. And they're in danger of losing this one. Ryan Borucki coming out of the bullpen. Not great numbers this year for him. I don't know why they brought him in. And that was supposed to be a suicide squeeze play. But it doesn't work at all. Dubon just went. And John Brady not able to lay the bunt down. I don't know why the game loves that squeeze play so much. But, you know, obviously if you don't lay down the bunt, why do you keep running to home plate? I don't understand that. But now there's bases cleared here. 2 down in the inning for John Brady, who is going to swing and drive this one into the outfield here. And that one's off of the wall. So, yeah, you're really kicking yourself for trying that squeeze play now because John Brady would have driven home the go-ahead run. He gets his 12th double of the year. A good swing right there. He's got really good speed, so a base hit would definitely score him at this point. So then on second, 2 down in the inning. Here's Ender Inciarte, 0 for 4 on the day so far. 0 for 7 so far in this series in the first couple of games that these two teams have played against each other here. But got a chance to wipe that all away right here with this at-bat, as that's a sinker missing. And the catcher here, Vasquez, says, calm down, Borucki here. Get us back in the strike zone. You're all right here in this situation. Just need one more out. And Inciarte, though, is going to drive this one in deep to left center field in the gap. No chance for anybody to get there. John Brady's going to score easily. And Ender Inciarte delivering a clutch RBI double. And New Orleans takes a 5-4 lead here in the 9th inning. Big time swing by Ender Inciarte. And New Orleans now a 5-4 advantage as Borucki is losing it here. He's got a 3-1 count now. Salvador Perez is sitting on deck here, but don't want to lose Ezequiel Garcia. 2 for 4 on the day so far for him. Now a 3-1 count, and that one misses. 0-4. And this has been a disastrous start for Borucki here out of the bullpen. And again, not like he has having a great season or anything. Not out of the norm necessarily. Right, Salvador Perez, 667 OPS, not great for him. But 2 on, 2 down. It's a ground ball stopped at the third base by the third baseman. Good play, actually. Good reflexes there at third. And that'll end the inning. But a bad inning for Toronto pitching as the comeback completes for the Jazz. And they now have a 5-4 lead with one of the best closers in baseball coming out of the bullpen for them. Garrett Crochet has only blown 1 save all year. 20 innings, 2.25 ERA, 176 average versus righties this year. 20 strikeouts to 5 walks. He has been absolutely incredible for them this season. And it's 8-9-1, so not an ideal spot in their batting order for sure. As popping up this bunt attempt was the hitter there. I actually don't know who that was. Oswald Cabrera maybe batting for them, but a guy that's not even a starter full-time for them. And there's 2 down in the inning, and it's down to Miles Straw. Got a home run and a double in this game here so far. But he's the last chance. Needs to get on base to extend the game. And that's a ground ball foul into foul territory, and the count now 2-3-2. Down to their last strike here in this situation. And the 2-2 pitch is on the corner for strike 3. As, you know, Miles Straw doesn't look at strike 3 very often, but he looks at strike 3 there, and that'll end the game. So, there's some critical situations to show you here, and this is a big win for the Jazz. I believe they're 40th of the year, but Toronto now at 46 and 42. 4-run, top of the 9th inning for the Jazz to complete their comeback. And, you know, you see New Orleans, I think their offense is just, it's okay. You know, not anybody, they don't have a really true superstar on this batting order, I don't think. You know, maybe you could count Salvador Perez as a superstar, but I don't know. This offense just doesn't have huge names on it, and, you know, not a great lineup either. Not a lot of high averagers here on this team. And Ender Ciarte and Ryan Mountcastle with, you know, 270 averages there, but overall, not a lot of guys with high, you know, RBI numbers either. Moncada 38 for him, Inciarte 29, Dubon 17th, and Cordero a couple. He's got 10 now. John Means 3.1 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs allowed. So a lot of base runners for him. His ERA 2.53 is really, really good. He is an awesome starting pitching guy for New Orleans here. And for Toronto, you look at this lineup, and I like this lineup. I think it's a good and solid lineup here. Miles Straw has been awesome this season, and unfortunately, he didn't come through in the 9th inning, but he got a home run, 12th of the year. Shohei Ohtani, 22nd home run for him this season. He's got 65 RBIs, and Lonzo 53 RBIs. Shohei Ohtani absolutely popping off on offense for this team. Sandoval, 6.1 innings, 8 hits, only 1 run allowed for him. And then the bullpen was good until the 9th inning. Barnes gives up 3 runs, 2 walks, and 2 hits. And Baraki gives up a run on a couple of hits as well. So, to end this episode off here, and to finish this episode, we're going to showcase a MLB debut for you. And it's the debut for Brett Baty, who is a 68 overall, 23 years old, and good increases, +3 to contact, to his contact ratings, and +3 to power versus righties. He's been hitting the ball really well in the minors, and he's gotten really good contact ratings already, 65 and 57 contact. His vision is a little bit low, discipline is low as well, 37 and 36 on those 2 ratings, but, you know, we're going to try him out the Major League level, see what he can do, as the Sluggers here are looking for kind of an offensive boost for this team, and they're going to hope that Brett Baty can do that for them. They have 46 wins this year. They're really hitting the ball well. They're playing good this season. They're second in this division behind Kansas City. And here's Brett Baty's stats. This is at AAA, and he was hitting the ball really well at AAA. 306 average, 859 OPS, 7 home runs, and 38 RBIs, 30 runs in total, and 209 at-bats. So, really good numbers for him in AAA. I figured let's try and give him a shot here at the Major League level. And he'll start to face Nathan Eovaldi. Not an easy task. Nathan Eovaldi, one of the better pitchers in baseball, and having an excellent season so far this year. Really Gurriel is at the plate, and speaking of guys with excellent seasons right now, he's batting 333 with an 885 OPS. That's first on the team. So he's been really awesome this year at 38 years old, and already a tough play for Brett Baty to make here, and he's going to make it. Good throw and a good play by Baty, whose defense is okay. It's not amazing and not as strong suit necessarily, but not terrible either, as he's going to take that four-seamer inside. And for Columbus here, 40 and 41 on the season so far. That's a swing and a miss on a curveball down below the knees. I know Nathan Eovaldi, tough pitcher to face, and he gets him on a strikeout here. And that four-seam fastball on the first pitch of the at-bat, that's the pitch you got to crush. That's a pitch you got to take advantage of, and Baty did not. It's still scoreless here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as that's a diving stop here made, but there's not going to be a chance to get the guy out of first base. So that's going to be an infield hit. 2 on now, 2 down in the inning. Randy Rosarena reaching. So Columbus got some runs off of that scenario, I think, and they're up 3-0 now all of a sudden. Here's Brett Baty at the dish for the second time in this game, and he's going to swing and crush that ball into right field and hit it out. It's gone. Brett Baty, his first Major League hit is a home run. No doubt shot to right field, and what a start to his career. It is a 3-1 game in the 5th. And Brett Baty, not a ton of power. I mean, he's got good power against left-handed pitching, but that was just a perfect swing timing and absolutely crushed that baseball. Wow. Yeah, that was a good hit. That was no cheapie right there at all. And they're going to give him the silent treatment. And there they go. They finally now congratulating him. Great swing by Baty. And a huge storybook kind of swing right there. A home run for your first Major League at bat. Now, Giancarlo Stanton is going to crush a 2-run homer. And then a double. Wow, 4 spot by St. Louis. There in the top of the 5th inning. And now they're up 4-0 all of a sudden. So here's Baty up again. For his third at bat. Zach Littell now out of the bullpen for Columbus here. And that's a swing. That's another ball hit pretty well. And that one's going to fall in and down the line. And Baty hesitates, but he's going to go to second base. And good thing that the throw was offline because Baty would have been thrown out at second base, I think for sure. But anyways, he gets a double instead because of the bad throw. So a couple extra base hits for him here. And yeah, that was just perfect. Perfectly placed right there in the outfield. No way. Really, I mean, again, if you don't hesitate there, that might have, and the throw was online. Maybe he would have got the double anyway. But a bad throw gets him to second base. So now here's Julio Rodriguez here. 2 down in the inning. That's a ground ball up the middle. That one's going to get on through. And no hesitation this time from Baty. He is going to score. The throw is late. And St. Louis gets another run. Here it's 5-3. So second run scored for Brett Baty already in his career. Now it's 6-3 in the 7th inning. And he's going to swing and miss at that fastball. Way late on that pitch there on the outside corner. Ryan Brazier gets a K. And now we're in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Ryan Brazier hasn't pitched a lot of innings this year. I don't know why. Truly, should be pitching a lot more. But now we're in the top of the 9th. Drew Palmer is trying to shut the door. Or at least keep the game right here at 6-3. And Brett Baty's going to swing and miss there at that knuckle curveball in the dirt for another strikeout. So, yeah, 3 strikeouts in this game. Long to go with his home run and his double. But still a good MLB debut for Brett Baty here in this one. So, bottom of the 9th, Ryan Tepera on the mound. He's got a 4.6 ERA. Gives up a couple of runs. Wow, okay, Pedro Ortiz had to come in and shut the door down, and he ends up doing that. That was a little bit of a stressful 9th inning. 2 runs by Columbus there, but they are not able to climb back in this game, and they fall in this one 6-5. So, the Cardinals lose this one here. They fall to 40-42 on the season. The Sluggers, meanwhile, improving. They got 47 wins now on the year. And they're in good shape right now for the first overall wild card seed. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up to Kansas City. If they're going to have a good second half to be able to do that. It's not impossible for them to do that. They can definitely make up that ground. They have a whole half of the season to do it. But Brett Baty is actually going to get the player of the game in this one, which is interesting. But, yeah, 2 for 5 for him. An RBI, 2 runs scored, a home run, and a double for him as well. Long to go with those 3 strikeouts. I mean, they could have given it to Stanton as well. He had a home run and a couple of RBIs in this one. Julio, 2 for 4. He's got 52 RBIs already this season. And then Olsen, 2 for 5 as well with an RBI. Anderson had an RBI also. Olsen with 46 of that. And I like this St. Louis Sluggers lineup. I think the batting order for this team is really strong overall. And then Lance Lynn gets the win here. 5 good innings. 7 hits allowed, 3 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, a 3.32 ERA. Pitching pretty well this season. Price there. He gets 2 innings, really good for him. And then the bullpen kind of struggled later on in that game there in the 9th inning, but was able to hold on. And then Columbus, Coleman Carroll 3 for 5, a couple of RBIs. Rosarena 3 for 2. Davis 2 for 5. He got an RBI there. Gurriel 32 RBIs. Ibanez had 31. And Creel 19 doubles. So did Gurriel. Has 19 doubles now. So Nathan Eovaldi gets the loss. Doesn't pitch great and doesn't pitch amazing in this one. 5 innings, 9 hits, which is a lot for him. 9 hits allowed. I just said that 4 runs given up. Zach Littell gave up a run in an inning of relief. Brazier 2 scoreless innings, and Pomeranz as well 1 scoreless inning. So that is going to close out the gameplay for us in this episode here. We moved on to July, and we're going to take a look at the players of the month for June here as we passed through this another month in this season. And the pitcher of the month for June is Jared Eichhoff, who was 6-0 in this month at 3.15 ERA. This is an incredible start for him in this season, 14-0 so far this year. Those numbers are absolutely insane. Below 2 ERA, I think. He has been pitching absolutely lights out, leading the Cy Young race right now, I think, in my opinion. And then Freddie Freeman had an awesome month as well, and he's having an awesome season. 292 average, 930 OPS, 19 home runs, and 62 RBIs so far. Batted 324 in the month of June. And then Benny Montgomery batted 307 in the month of June as the Rookie of the Year. And already a +5 to Decline versus lefties. I really do like what Benny Montgomery has been able to do this season. I think he's been hitting pretty well. 738 OPS for him so far. 8 home runs, 18 RBIs, 265 average. So we'll take those numbers. I do like what Benny Montgomery has done, and I think his defense has been really good as well. 1.6 WAR so far for him on the season has been, that's really good. Those are great numbers for him. As a rookie, I'll take those. And then Rookie of the Month in the National League is Derek Davis, who batted .414, but he only had 29 hits, or 29 at-bats in the month of June. So I don't really know how much that counts, to be honest, but I guess he wins because there's no other rookie that did really anything, I guess, in this month. But actually, in 78 at-bats, he's been kind of cracked. 4 home runs already, and 904 OPS. But yeah, really limited sample size there. And then you got Giancarlo Stanton, 88 at-bats for him, and a 364 average, 13 homers, 25 RBIs. That is some awesome numbers. And right now, he is one of the best hitters in the league. Probably going to be a guy in that home run derby. 22 home runs, 52 RBIs, 293 average. Absolutely insane numbers. And then James Karinchak, also he won the pitcher of the month. He's been an awesome reliever. He didn't give up a run and saved all the games that he pitched in. And so far this season, he's been awesome for the Spiders in San Francisco. So that'll do it for me in this episode, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, we'll have the last couple of games before the All-Star break, and we'll have those matchups for you in the next MLB Show 22 video. That'll be the next one to come out. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far, and hope you guys have a great Saturday. I will see all you guys in the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in the next one once again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.